This Shabbat, we take out 2 Torah scrolls. One is for the double parasha, Tazria-Metzora, and one is to read a special maftir portion in honor of Rosh Chodesh Iyar, celebrated on Friday and Shabbat. The Haftarah is also a special portion, read only on Shabbat Rosh Chodesh, which happens twice a year. The Haftarah that we read is the last chapter in the book of Isaiah. Now, we need to do a bit of detective work to find the connection between Rosh Chodesh and the Haftarah. Reading through the chapter, we find the connection in the penultimate pasuk. V'haya, midei chodesh b'chodsho, u'midei Shabbat b'Shabbato, yavo chol basar lishtachvot lefanai, amar Adonai. And it shall be on every Rosh Chodesh and on every Shabbat, all people will come to worship before me, said the Lord. So here we have the perfect pasuk, which references both Rosh Chodesh and Shabbat, in fact, right next to each other. Still, it is curious that Rosh Chodesh and Shabbat are specifically singled out for worshiping God. To figure out why, we need to do a bit more detective work. There is another verse in the Bible that references both Rosh Chodesh and Shabbat. That verse gives us a clue. In Kings 2, chapter 4, there's a story about a Shunammite woman who was rewarded for serving the prophet Elisha by conceiving a son. However, she is devastated when the same boy falls ill and dies. The woman tells her husband, who does not yet know about the calamity, that she is going to see the prophet Elisha. Her husband responds, Madua at holechet elav hayom, lo chodesh v'lo Shabbat. Why are you going to him today? It is not Rosh Chodesh, and it is not Shabbat. Reb Elchanan Samet deduces from this verse that the Jews in Israel would gather on Rosh Chodesh and on Shabbat in the public spaces to hear the prophet speak words of prophecy and words of Torah. It seems that it is pleasing to God when we gather on Shabbat and when we gather on Rosh Chodesh to worship God and hear words of Torah. And so, God promises many opportunities to do just that in the Haftarah. These are inspiring words, so much so that we repeat this verse at the end of the Haftarah so that we can end on an uplifting note. V'haya midei chodesh b'chodsho u'midei Shabbat b'Shabbato yavo chol basar lishtachavot lefanai amar Adonai. Shabbat shalom, chodesh tov.